Well, hello. Welcome back to WoW Cards. Okay, if you are a new player, this is probably the hero that you want to be starting off with. We're looking at the best strategy for all the hero cards, and today we are checking out the Great White Shark. One of the first hero cards you will get, and he's also absolutely awesome. You're going to do pretty well playing the Great White Shark. One of the good things about the Great White Shark is his ability. Your opponent's cards in hand lose -3 attack this turn, which is quite good, especially if they're playing 3 cards. You're taking off 9 attack from them. But the main thing about the Great White Shark, he's got 80 HP, that big white number at the top. And also, you can build pretty much any kind of deck to go with the Great White Shark. He is really good, and he can be quite an aggressive card. But my strategy with him is to build a really cost-effective deck so we can rotate all our cards quickly and try and get some big damage at the start of the game. So I'm going to go through my deck quite quickly just to give you an idea of what you want to be doing with the Great White Shark. The main thing to remember with the Great White Shark, as soon as it is fully charged, activate that charge. There's no point sitting on the Great White Shark. You just want to activate it as quick as you can. Right, we've got Robert Louis Stevenson. Good card, played on the left or right. You either get hero attack, or if you play it on the right, gain +5 shield. That is really good. Wicker Man, quite like Wicker Man. I've got Wicker Man in because I've got Pizza in as well. Pizza is a really good card, but I've tried to get as many common cards in this deck, and Wicker Man is a common card. So a really good new player deck actually. On the draw, your cards in hand burn 1 until played, and you gain +5 HP. It's going to help keep you in the game. Right, Pizza. You want really Pizza to land on the right hand side of your cards when it gets drawn. I'll show you why in a minute. But it is a start card, and the cards activate in order. Don't forget that. So it's not like Q, where everything just activates together. This goes box 1, 2, and 3. And then from left to right to actually settle the abilities. But anyhow, Pizza is a start card, so you want to hold it pretty much for the whole game. Maybe play it at the end of the game. 3 for 2, it is a legendary card, but it's not difficult to get actually, this one. There's quite a lot of pizzas hanging around. If not, there is a free phone pizza delivery service below. No, not really. Okay, your card's burning at the start of this turn, gain 2 attack until played. You know what, I could eat a pizza today. I haven't had one for years. The Great Fire of Rome, another cool burn card. This is going to help you make the most of Pizza. 5 for 6, really good common card, this one. On the draw, your cards in hand burn 1 until played, and your opponent's cards in hand burn 2 until played. Really good. And what have we got next? Tongue. It's a rare card, but again, this one's pretty easy to get hold of. Works really well in the Great White Shark deck because, like I said, pretty much anything goes with the Great White Shark. You want to get a load of cards that are going to give you good attack. And also, it's good to have a couple of force attack cards just in case your opponent is building up a big attack to hit at the end of the game. So Tongue helps you out here because on the play, if you're attacking this turn, you're going to force your opponent to attack as well. Anna Bonnie, for the same reason, but she's also super powerful. And because this is a really cheap deck to play, as in energy, you can afford 1 or 2 big energy cost cards. And Anne Bonnie, really good. On the play, force your opponent to attack this turn. Angel Shark, we had to have another shark in the Great White Shark deck, really. But here we go with some of the cheap cards now. 1 for 1. On the return, all cards that cost 3 or less energy cost +1 energy next turn. And that's pretty good if you're running into an opponent that's also playing cheap cards because your deck is more efficient, I would have imagined. Hands. 1 non-autonomy card in your hand gains 5 attack until played. Really good rare card, that one. So the last 4 cards. This combo, pretty good if you're a new player. It's a common combo. Gladius, on the play, gain 3 hero attack. He's 2 energy, 0 attack normally. And you want to play him next to this other common card, the legendary helmet. I like that helmet. I need to get that. That would look really cool on me. On the play, if played adjacent to Gladius or Slippius, this card gains +4 this turn. Sorry. So obviously you want to play those 2 next to each other. Hades. If your opponent hasn't attacked in 2 more turns, force them to attack. So that's the 3rd force attack card in this one. Force attack is not critical. This guy's in here because he's only 3 energy and he's 6 attack. totally overpowered. He is a legendary card, but he is absolutely awesome. If you get him, you do want to be including him in your deck. He is really good. And another hold card to go with Pizza Keel Haul-In. On the start, this card gains +1 attack until played. And like I said, this deck is really energy efficient. This one's 8 for 4 energy. So 2 big expensive cards, and the rest of them are pretty cheap to play. So that's the deck. Like I said, the strategy with Great White Shark: activate your shark as soon as it is ready. There's no point really stealing charges, I don't think, with the Great White Shark. Absolutely awesome new player deck. Really, really good. And pretty much anything goes with the White Shark. So whatever you've got, if you just started playing, he is great for you, because you can really build a quite competitive deck using the Great White Shark. And you don't have to be super aggressive like this deck. You can be HP restoring, or you can be anything really. But yeah, he is a really good new player hero. Once you get a few more cards, you're probably not going to use him so much, because there are other much better heroes. Do check out the Hero Strategy Guide if you're looking for the best heroes in the game at the moment. And Great White Shark, good one to start with. T-Rex, the worst one. You watch this guy, probably going to kill himself. T-Rex, absolutely abysmal. They need to fix it, actually, to be honest. Right, anyhow, let's go. T-Rex is 2 charges, by the way. Your cards in hand gain 4 attack until played, which is quite good, but then you lose 30 HP, and that's too much. It should be 20 HP, or even 15. Right, so let's go. So we've managed to get 3 cards out at the beginning. Hands is a good one to get out. Gives us a nice little buff at the beginning. And that cheap combo is really good. So we're going to skip this turn, or hold, I think they called it, don't they? Hold or skip? Can't remember. So we're not attacking anyhow. But we are banking that 11 energy. He's got 13. And there is that pizza. And that pizza card now has landed in the absolute perfect location. So you can see it activates there all the cards that were burning at the start of the turn, which was 3. There's 3 there because of the Great Fire of London. All got those extra 2 points. So Robbie on the left to give us a bit of extra attack. And look at our attack already. You see what I mean about this deck being super aggressive. And if he activates his shark, he's dead. I mean, his T-Rex. He's going to kill himself. He is. He's on 23. He's not got any time to play that T-Rex, really. Because if he activates it now, he's fully charged. So are we, by the way. He's going to lose 30 HP, which is going to take him down to 60. And if you look, we're going to activate our charge, which means he's going to lose a little bit of attack. And we're going to force him to attack as well. Let's just separate them a bit. Got unfortunate with our 2 force attack cards there. I'm going to sit back, force him to attack, activate our charge. He's activated. Has he activated? Yes, he has. Look at this. He's down to 60. We've done nothing in the game. We're still on full charge, although he is going to attack us and take us down a bit here. So he's going to take us down to about 50. He's on 60. We're sitting on 53. Next turn, he's dead. And what would be really funny, he hasn't got a charge, so he's not even going to do any more damage to himself. But yeah, that's the problem with T-Rex. It is absolutely useless. Really is. You've got to have a huge amount of HP restoring in that deck to make it worthwhile. There is a couple of cards that if you're down to less than 50% or under 25, but it's not really going to help that T-Rex card. Anyhow, it's all about the Great White Shark, the great new player hero card. Really good. So if he didn't have that 5 shield there, which was unfortunate for us because that's the red arena extra, we would have killed him here. Like we got 66 with 2 cards, but he's got a 5 shield. Unfortunately, it takes it down to 61. It's going to leave him on 3 energy. But what's going to be really funny is he's going to be fully charged next turn. He's going to activate. He's going to kill himself. I'm not even going to attack. I'm just going to let him commit suicide. The Great White Shark. But anyhow, you can see how powerful the Great White Shark is. And this is not really an expensive deck to build. Probably only pizza there, that card there. We've got it in the perfect position, by the way. Probably the hardest card to get, but there are a few pizzas hanging around. You do need one. So let's just sit back. Should we let him attack himself? He's activated. Oh, T-Rex, you're useless. So what's this? Minus 30. Minus 20. Oh, he's dead and buried. I'm going to play one more game because playing against T-Rex is a little bit unfair. If you ever lose against the T-Rex, you're doing something really badly wrong. I'm sure they're going to fix it though. He's minus 30. Crazy. But look, we're sitting on 13. He's on minus 25. We only attacked a couple of times. So he did all the damage himself. But we did have Pizza in a good position, I must say. Right, let's go and play one more game. It would be good if we can get a good hero. So I can show you how this deck actually does work without somebody killing themselves. But like I said, don't forget, always activate this one when it's fully charged. There's no point sitting on the Great White Shark charges. Do build quite an aggressive deck, I would imagine, is the best way to go. But anything goes. You can do pretty much anything with it that you want. Always good to have a few HP restoring cards in your deck, just in case. Zeus. Okay, this would be good. Zeus, I like Zeus a lot. Zeus is your other option for a new player, by the way. With Zeus, probably the opposite to Great White Shark is you want to be attacking every single turn. Again, it's really good. Look at that. Pizza, absolutely perfect location. That's where you want the pizza card because we haven't got the Great Fire card. I nearly called it the Great Fire of London. It's not the Great Fire of London, is it? But all your cards burning at the start will get settled at the end by Pizza, which means they get the extra 2 energy. So we got a good start here, actually, even though we're not burning yet. We should be quite soon. Oh, and we got our cheap combo. So when you play Ant Bonnie, don't forget you are forcing them to attack. We've only got 9. He's only got 2, so we can probably get Ant Bonnie out. Force them to attack. No real harm. Just going to hold and hold. With the Great White Shark, you can kind of hold a little bit. But again, it really depends on what cards you've got. But like I said, if you are new to wild cards, I know there's a load of new players about at the moment. So welcome to the game. Check out either Great White Shark or Zeus. And I think we've got a video on how to use Zeus as well. So if you're not sure what to do with Zeus, do check out that hero strategy video. You'll find it in the playlist here and on the Wild Cards channel. Right. Pizza, look at that. Absolutely awesome card, Pizza. But always make sure you put a couple of burn cards like Wicker Man or the Great Fire of Rome. Not London, the Great Fire of Rome. I've never heard of the Great Fire of Rome. Are they just stealing the Great Fire of London name and claiming it as their own? Anybody from Rome? Let me know about the Great Fire of Rome. I didn't do history. I did economics, mathematics, PhD in science, mathematics. Yes. And a few more. No, not. Right. Look at this. 45 attack for us. Hit him. That is good. So he played his kill hauling card. I like to keep that as long as possible normally. Oh, speaking of the devil, he's just arrived in our hand. We've got 1 card burning, so Pizza's going to give us a little bit on Wicker Man by the looks of it. And we are now in a really strong position. Look, 71. We're not going to kill him as quickly as we killed that hero in the last game. But like I said, T-Rex is terrible. So if you get a T-Rex, I don't really recommend playing it unless you have a quest to do. Let's just hold off again. This game's going on a little bit too long for my liking. This is round 4. I normally with Great White Shark like to get the game finished by round 4 or 5. But Zeus is good, actually. Although, has he been attacking? The strategy with the Zeus is to attack all the time. But yeah, Pizza probably one of the best cards in the game at the moment. They keep buffing and nerfing cards so quickly, though. It changes every day, which is good. Which is good because there's not many cards. And a lot of them did need buffing. Okay, shall we see what we got here? 13, he's down to 27. We have got a 5 shield. Yeah, kind of that wild mode, International Space Station, is a little bit annoying, actually. Just drags the game out. It doesn't really do anything because both of you get a 5 shield. Just stops people attacking. The games are long enough as they are. We want quicker games. Right, there is the Great Fire of Rome, aka the Great Fire of London. It's pizza. Look at that hit on pizza. If you can get that Great Rome card round really quickly. Trouble with Robbie, he always takes that first box. Let's go for it. And let's go with that one, 41. We should kill him off here. So round 6, a little bit longer than the last time. We've got an active as well. That is pretty good. That's going to give us a little bit of a protection against his strong attack. He's got 18 minus the 5. And he got 13 actually. We are plenty over on this one. What are we? 42, yeah. There we go with Robbie. Robbie's a good card. I like him as well. He's super cheap to play. And I like the fact that you've got an option to go left or right with him. Well, anyhow, there we go. That is the hero strategy for the Great White Shark. I hope you like that one. I do think you'll be using that one quite a lot. Great new player card. Anyhow, take care, everybody, and we will see you all very soon.